Okay, question 5. You have a toilet cleaner contains acid salt, which is your sodium dihydrogen phosphate. Okay, this salt, right, manufactured by reacting sodium hydroxide with phosphoric acid. Sodium dihydrogen phosphate can react with sodium hydroxide to form sodium hydrogen phosphate. Okay, so if you notice, right, the number of H's is decreasing from H3 to H2, and then this H2 can react again to get just a single H. Using the information given, explain why sodium dihydrogen phosphate, the one with two hydrogen, is considered both an acid and a salt. So this species here, right, with two H's, it can be neutralized by sodium hydroxide. All right, and then it is also being produced as a salt. Okay, so the identity is the salt, which is a product of a neutralization between phosphoric acid and sodium hydroxide. And the identity here is acting as an acid that reacted with a base to give another salt. Okay, so it is both a salt and an acid at the same time. Okay, so what is the ionic equation for sodium hydroxide and phosphoric acid? So this is a plain neutralization reaction. H plus plus OH minus give you H2O. Suggest the name and the formula of another possible salt. Okay, the other possible salt is basically the one that has all the H's neutralized already. So just sodium phosphate. Okay, so this is the salt that is possible to be formed. Okay, table 5.2 shows two other dibasic acidic compound, which means that it reacts with 2OH minus. Okay, so one is a ethane dioic acid, the other is sulfuric acid. Okay, using the information, explain why sulfuric acid behave as a strong acid, but ethanoic acid behave as a weak acid. Okay, sulfuric acid completely ionizes in water, therefore it is a strong acid. All right, that's why the effective concentration is 1 mole per dm cube. Okay, ethanoic acid is a weak acid that only partially ionizes. That's why the concentration of H plus is lesser than 1 mole per dm cube. Okay, part 2 wants you to describe an experiment other than measuring pH or using indicators that you carry out to show sulfuric acid is a strong acid, ethanoic acid is a weak acid. So basically what you can do, right, you can measure out 30 cm cube or any volume and concentration of sodium hydroxide, then record the initial temperature, and then you measure out another amount of your sulfuric acid, and then add it to the sodium hydroxide, record and observe the highest temperature, repeat the experiment and replace it with ethane dioic acid. Okay, so the higher greater temperature change indicates that there is a stronger acid because it dissociates H plus faster. Right, so the temperature change will be greater.